Hello Internet, my name is Amir. How are you doing today? Thank you for joining me. And on this video, we are talking about Korn's The Nothing, the newest 13th full-length record from Bakersfield, California's very own Korn. I'll give you a quick backstory of my history with Korn, and then I will go into the review. I was not a fan of heavy music. I had friends that were, and I thought they were crazy. I said, why do you listen to this garbage? What the hell is wrong with you? So I never listened to Self-Titled, and I never listened to Life is Peachy. I was that dude who discovered them through Got the Life and Freak on the Leash. Sue me. But my friend of mine bought Fall the Leader, and I was like, why did you buy this record? What's wrong with you? He's like, dude, no, this is legit. You gotta give it a listen. Fine. Reluctantly, we listen, and the first song I hear is It's On, with that amazing guitar riff, Jonathan's signature growl, if you will, that badass chorus, and then going straight into Freak on a Leash, which goes straight into Got the Life, which goes straight into Dead Bodies Everywhere. I can go on and on about how Follow the Leader at the time got me into heavy music, believe it or not. So I was like, dude, I need to listen to this band. So I go to my friend. I'm like, hey, I was making fun of you for listening to Korn. Yeah, could I borrow those first two CDs from you real quick? So God bless her, Erin, if you're watching this video, hi. She lets me borrow the Self-Titled record and Life is Peachy. And my friend and I fall in love with Korn. Now, after Issues, I kind of had a falling out with the band. Untouchables to me is an okay record. I don't think it's as perfect as everyone says it is. And then Take a Look in the Mirror was a step back. And then See You on the Other Side was a step in a completely different direction. And then Untitled was whatever it was. Korn 3. And etc. and etc. and etc. and etc. Finally, Head comes back into the band, and they start going into this new direction with the Serenity of Suffering and the paradigm shift, kind of getting back to their roots, if you will, but also following the trends of active rock, which I was enjoying seeing them do. And just another side note, Head's band, Love and Death, the one record that they put out, I thought was fantastic. So when I heard that Head was going back into Korn, I thought, you know what, this is great. If you could take that influence, if you could take that songwriting and bring it back into Korn with Fieldy's drumming and Monkey's guitar playing and Jonathan's singing and Ray's drumming, who knows what they can do. Here's my bold statement about this record. Ready? 3, 2, 1. This is the best record that Korn has released since Issues. I'm not joking. I don't know if it's because of the subject matter of what Jonathan had to go through, and I hope that nobody would ever have to go through what he went through with his ex-wife. In regards to that, my heart goes out to him. I don't know if it's the songwriting. It could be a combination of everything. First off, the production on this record is absolutely fantastic. Everything sounds crisp and clean and perfect. It punches you in the face, which I love. But there's old school Korn writing in here. There's old school Korn songwriting in here. And what I mean by that is it kind of goes back to the first record and the second record and part of Follow the Leader, where there's like random intervals in the middle of the song, random bridges that have nothing to do with the core of the song. They're not pop songs anymore. There's a verse and a chorus, and then there's a bridge that goes completely in a different direction. It kind of grooves, and it's funky, and they do some things, and sometimes it gets a little heavy, and sometimes it gets really heavy, and sometimes it gets kind of goofy, and sometimes it gets weird and whatever, but it works. And then they go back to the chorus, and they do the chorus, and they do the outro. And this happens more than once on this record. This happens on songs like Harder, on Idiosyncrasy, on The Darkness is Revealing, on Cold. The lead single for this record is badass. I love what Jonathan does, the scatting sort of that he's doing. I mean, it's like fast rapping, singing, if you will. But Jonathan is on point with this record. It used to be with prior records that like maybe musically it was good, but Jonathan, I don't know, made it too pop or made it too quirky. But the band is in perfect unity on this record. From Cold to You'll Never Find Me, and in the album closer, Surrender to Failure. Surrender to Failure reminds me of a 2019 version of Dirty, the album closer off of Issues. It starts kind of like slow and spooky, and it has this electronic spin to it, and then the band comes in and it makes it a little heavier and a little groovier. It's only 2 minutes and 20 seconds, but it's a fantastic way to close out the record. And without going into too much detail, I found myself over and over again being surprised by each song. Like the song would start and I would like the riff, and then we'd get to the first chorus. I'm like, all right, this is cool. We'd get to the second verse, we'd get to the chorus again. I'm like, all right, man, I'm digging this. And then we'd get to the bridge, and somehow the bridge and the bridges of this record, they grab me and they go, dude, you're going to fucking pay attention to this whether you like it or not. The bridges on this record are badass next level. Jonathan gets angry on this stuff. Korn and company go nuts. The drumming is top notch. The guitar work between Head and Monkey going back and forth is ridiculous. And even Fieldy is like shining on this record, where I found he's been kind of a background player in some of the prior stuff that's come out recently. He is now like front and center, especially on songs like Cold, where he just does that one or two measures of dum 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 dum. It's dope. It's super dope. That's what made Korn. Korn, you know, when you listen to Self-Titled and Life is Peachy and a little bit of Follow Leader, but specifically those two records, there were moments in each song where you would hear David shine on the drums, or you hear Fieldy shine on the bass, or Jonathan with those unique way that he was singing or scatting or bagpipe work, and Monkey and Head what they were doing with the guitar work that nobody else was doing at the time. These guys forged a signature sound and then slowly but surely sounded like just a regular rock band, which is where I think they lost a little bit of their edge. And when they brought in songwriters to help them with See You on the Other Side and Untitled, the results were what it was. There are some good songs on there, not the greatest. And then they did the remix record with Skrillex and some other people, and I actually really do like Get Up. I think that song is fantastic. But overall, you know, those aren't songs that are really going to be like signature Korn. Like when you go back and talk about Korn, you're like, hey, man, you got to listen to this song, right? Like you would for Blind or Freak on a Leash or Adidas or anything like that, right? This record is the third in a row where I feel like we've gotten songs that I think are signature Korn songs. With Paradigm Shift, we had Love and Meth. With Serenity of Suffering, we got Rotting in Vain. And then with this record, we have like countless. I Can't Get Over Cold. I think that's such a great song. You'll Never Find Me. Same thing. That bridge is absolutely amazing. Darkness is Revealing. Idiosyncrasy. Harder. I love it. And now again, the chorus is a little more pop, but again, we get to that bridge, and that bridge just explodes. And then, of course, the way that the record ends with Surrender to Failure. And I'll probably take a lot of hate for this, but I genuinely like this record. I really do. The album art is super unique. It's minimalistic. The production is fantastic. I think they released a super solid record on this one. Yeah, I'm just going through these songs again and just like giving them a second listen to make sure I really feel the way that I do. But I do. I think these songs are absolutely fantastic. And I think as a Korn fan, or as not a Korn fan, but just a fan of hard rock music in general, or heavy music in general, or new metal, or whatever you want to call this, I think you owe yourself a listen now. I've read some people online be like, I heard it, I hate it, I'm moving on. And that's totally fine. But I have to give them credit where credit's due. You know, this is a band that, you know, especially after that they released, you know, Remember Who You Are, Remember What You Are, or whatever, Korn 3, the last record they did with Ross Robinson, I moved on. You know, when I heard Oildale and I heard that song, I was like, okay, I'm done. You know, this just sounds like Take a Look in the Mirror Part 2 for me. And to see them be where they are, especially at this point of their careers, and still make quality music, that legit is some of the best I think that they've released. This is honestly top 5 for them. That was my review of Korn's The Nothing. What do you think about this record? What is your favorite song? Sound off in the comment section below. And let me know your thoughts. What's your favorite Korn record? What's your favorite Korn song? Do you even like this band? Have you like abandoned the Korn ship and have moved on to greater pastures? Let me know. If you like this video, please do me a huge favor and go ahead and press that like button. And if you like this content, do me another favor and subscribe. I have more videos coming. I will be talking about music news, more reviews on the way. The Blink-182 review is coming. Anyways, thank you for joining me. My name is Amir, and I will see you next time.